I'm excited to introduce today's speaker, Lisa Walden. Lisa is a renowned communication and culture expert and co-founder of Good Company Consulting. Her company's mission is to help organizations create workplaces that don't suck, and is motivated by the simple idea that the key to any great business is to put people first. Please help me welcome Lisa Walden.
When I talk to managers, leaders, and CEOs, and I ask them, what are you worried about? Almost across the board, the answer is burnout. And when we look at the research and the surveys that have been done, not only in the US, but worldwide, that is a major concern as we look at the next 5 to 10 years in the workplace.
Don't get me wrong, technology is amazing. I don't know where I'd be without it. But it's had kind of a negative consequence, which is because we can work from wherever, whenever, because there is no unplugging, there is no goodbye client, goodbye guest, like I am leaving and you cannot reach me because there's no way to reach me. You are always reachable. You are always beholden to these people who want to reach out and ask questions and find out about this and that, and did that happen in the vendor? You are literally always available, unless you are very, very clear with boundaries, which is not easy to do. So we have this environment where we can't unplug, and all of these apps and these tools and this technology that was supposed to make it easier for us, that's supposed to make life more efficient and more productive. We're just getting pinged with all these notifications, all these emails. You're trying to respond, but you can't respond fast enough, and you end up feeling like, this is fine, I got this. Everything is totally, totally under control. But maybe not.
At work, we've never had more tools and technology to keep us connected, and yet we've seen that in the last 20 and 30 years, the rates of anxiety, burnout, depression, and isolation have absolutely skyrocketed. Remote working has increased by 159%. So we are connecting and collaborating, communicating with each other from behind screens. So we're missing that human component of looking into each other's eyes, of reading body language, of being present. And that's how we've communicated for most of humanity's history, right? We can't keep doing things the way that they've always been done. We need to look at the conditions that we're in right now and think, what are some key mindset shifts we can implement to improve productivity, to improve retention, to improve workplace motivation and happiness so that everyone wins, including your bottom line? And we hear about a lot of leaders who have the best intentions, and they'll talk to their people and say, listen, I am so invested in your growth. I want to see you rise here. I'm here for you. I'm going to be always reachable. Text me whenever. I want to help you in your career. I have a track record of taking 0 vacation days. You can count on me. But it's actually super deflating when we talk to those direct reports of those leaders. They will say, I don't know, I heard that, and I was like, is that what is expected of me? Am I supposed to not take any vacation days? Am I supposed to always be reachable too? That's the message they're taking away. Because when you are collecting badges, and leaders love these badges, they have the busy badge of honor, they have the 0 sick days badge of honor, there is the unused PTO badge of honor, we have the always reachable badge of honor, and then my personal favorite, chief vacationer. And chief vacationer means you go on vacation and you dial in for meetings sometimes. You just call, I'm just going to call into the meeting. You're answering emails. We've all done this before. I've done it too. But if you're amassing all of these badges, guess what? The people that are working for you think they need them too. So leaders, just think about how that behavior is really impacting the people that you're working with. I want to challenge audiences. I want them to think about things in a way that's different than they've ever thought of before. That means challenging old conceptions of things like leadership, things like workplace culture, and even the way that we communicate with one another.
It's actually not as effective as you think it might be, because the golden rule is about you. It's about how you want to be treated. Thinking about, okay, how do I put myself in their shoes and treat people the way that they wish to be treated, which is the platinum rule. And this is especially effective in communication. It's especially effective to motivate and manage teams in the sales world, as you can imagine, because it's not about you. To get a message heard, you should communicate the way that people want to be communicated with. I think there's 2 kinds of people in the world. There's the kind of people in the world who write emails and send them without ever looking at them again. And then there's me, who reads her email 75 times and maybe once more and is like, can you proof this? Because I'm not sure that I did it sufficiently well. I was writing this email that took me like an hour and a half. It was beautifully crafted. There were bullet points. I counted my exclamations. There weren't too many. I highlighted stuff. I underlined things. It was a work of art. It took me, I'm not exaggerating, an hour and a half to write. Sent it. Whew, did it. Done. 1 minute later, the person I sent it to called me back and said, "Hey, Lisa, saw you wrote me a novel. Not going to read that. Do you want to just give me the bullet points right now?" Okay. Sure, Richard, let's chat, let's talk. But since that moment, I have never written him an email again. I call him when I need to have a conversation because I know that is his MO. And I just wasted my time writing this beautiful novel email because he's not going to read it.
What I hope when people walk away from a presentation is that I've given them not only some key awareness around issues that they'd never really thought about before, but some actionable strategies that they can implement themselves. Now, leaders, you've heard this before, but it cannot be said enough. People are looking to you to know what to do and how to behave. They're not going to do as you say, they're going to do as you do. It is just a fact. And the reason that they have this top of mind is they look at you and they look at the position that you're in, and they're thinking, if I want to get to where he is, to where she is, I need to do what they're doing. So they're going to model your behavior. I'm so excited to contribute to this conversation. I'm so excited about the work that we're doing to change the narrative around the workplace, because the workplace doesn't have to suck. You don't have to dread getting up in the morning on Monday to go into work. When you change how you think about work, when you put people at the center of your strategy, when you stop thinking about them as human capital and instead as whole humans, that's when everything changes.